angels. This is part 2 because ran out of storage. Oh gosh. Sorry. I don't know. Okay, that'll be fine. Ran out of storage on the old iPad. I don't know where I left off in my words, but I was still talking about Saturn retrograde in Pisces until November. But I was basically saying, like, say thank you. I remember now. Thank you, angels. Say thank you to God now for those blessings, because when they hit, they're hitting fast. November hits. Woo, buddy. Woo, buddy. And we got one more here. Yeah. No more secrets with yourself. No more secrets with yourself. You don't have to tell the world every single thing about you. It would be helpful, I'm hearing, for a lot of you to start opening up more to the world about yourself. And by the world, I mean, could be your social media, could be your friends and family, could be, you know, whatever it is, your work people, or, you know, whatever. But no more secrets with yourself. No more mystery with yourself. Be clear on who you believe you are. And also be open to growing, because we do continue to change, but that's also part of no secrets with yourself. No secrets with yourself also means being real with yourself when something changed. You know? Being real with yourself when you actually don't feel that way no more about yourself, or you actually don't feel that way no more about that person, or you actually don't feel that way no more about that thing. You know, or you feel more about that thing now, or you feel more about that person now, or you feel more about this certain part of yourself, whether it's in a negative or positive light. Either way, it's information for you to use that is pertinent to your growth and solidifying a trust with yourself that's unbreakable. Thank you, angels. That was beautiful. The eloquency today. They must have had me here today to do this, because this must be like the one day in pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde that I'll be able to speak as eloquently as I am right now. That's wild. I love you all so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so next, I wrote on my iPad here. Okay, so next we have Uranus and Taurus. Anything else about Saturn and Pisces, or move forward? All right, one more card. Oh yeah, here again. Yeah. You're going to be called to just be seen a little bit. Also, see yourself, but let yourself be seen. It was 222 when I said that. So, you know, there's something very refreshing for the entire collective from the state of love consciousness when someone is courageous enough, lion energy with Leo season, to be seen. So, you know, if you want to be a little goofy, show them that you're a little goofy. If you want to be a little spicy, show them that you're a little spicy. As long as it's not out to hurt nobody, it's just expression of you, and it's not out to intentionally or directly or indirectly be hurtful to a person or anything like that. It's all fair game for you to express yourself, you know? Are you a little weirdo that freaking wants to talk about something freaking weird? Talk about something freaking weird. Are you crushing on somebody and you want to just like low-key throw a little riz out there? Throw a little riz out there. Don't be afraid of letting yourself be seen. You don't expect super quick results of this, like becoming some sort of like fast propelling what's the word? Developed thing from this, you know, whether it's like you riz someone up or you make a weird post on TikTok and it doesn't go viral immediately. Like, don't expect that kind of stuff right now, because it's just not in, it's literally not in the cards. It's literally not in the stars right now for the energies at hand. But a lot of people, and collectively, and the amount of times that's come out, all of us are being called to allow ourselves to be a little bit more seen, a little bit more vulnerable, whether it's socially or like online or whatever, or just to butt crack, just to Mom, you're gonna get me kicked off YouTube.
What?
You're gonna get me kicked off YouTube because your ass is out. Or just to like your friends and family, and allowing them to know more about you or see more about you, or you know, just something, you know, revealing more about yourself at your own pace, and not fearing vulnerability with yourself as you come to the awareness of these truths. But also, and now she tucked too short. Now you look like, I don't know what you look like.
I know, now I look like a guy.
come to the awareness of these truths to yourself first. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to be vulnerable with yourself first, and then you're being called to share some more vulnerability with others as well. So the scale is different for all, because some are social media platform people and some are just, they just need to tell their mom that one thing that they never told them, or that they feel it's time to tell them, or it's different for everybody. But thank you, angels. All right, Uranus and Taurus. Anything else about Saturn and Pisces? Because I feel like I could go all day about it. Okay, they said just 2 more from the top, and then we'll keep it pushing. All right, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, right now it doesn't feel like things are going your way because of you're hiding from yourself. Yeah, and you're emotionally not secure with yourself because of this. So there's a lot of healing here. A lot of healing here. Be open to the healing and understand this can lead you to everything that you want, but you've got to start with the work of accepting who you are. Well, learning about who you are with yourself, becoming accepting of that, and what's true and what's false, what can be worked on, and what is just a straight up lie that someone told you that's held you back. Let yourself be vulnerable with yourself. Let yourself be vulnerable with others and be seen to an extent. And don't expect like super fast, like crazy miracles all at once. But just know, once you are in alignment with everything that we've talked about here, to the best of your ability. Justice is in the cards here, coming very soon in September, with a lot of different shifts, with Mars shifting and Jupiter going into retrograde, but also more blessings coming in very quickly in November when Saturn stations direct in Pisces. So whoo, all right, Uranus in Taurus. All right, so Uranus is in Taurus right now. All right, so goodness gracious. Oh, sorry. Uranus is in Taurus right now. This is kind of hand in hand with what we're talking about. It's getting comfortable with relaxing in your own individuality. Relaxing and being at peace that God provides for you in a way that's unique to you, and that you don't have to do the same. Oh my gosh, thank you, angels. That you don't have to do the same thing that everybody's doing to get to the goal that you want. Like, it's like there's a way of doing things that society tells us, that our family tells us, that our friends tell us, and it changes over time as well. Like, there's like the classic step-by-steps of how to do this and that, but then there's also like, oh, this is the new trend, oh, this is the new wave, oh, this is the new side hustle, or this is the new way to talk to people, and this is how dating works now, or this is the actual right way of dating, or this is, there's all these rules, right? And we saw the Hierophant reverse, like, fuck the rules, period. Excuse me, but fuck the rules. It's about you. It's all about you, girl. Non-gender specific, but that's from SpongeBob. But it's all about you. Be weird like SpongeBob. How weird was that freaking show? I remember being a child seeing the trailer for SpongeBob on Nickelodeon during a commercial. It was like about this new show coming soon, and it was like this little trailer of the show. And I remember I was a little kid, and I went to my mom and I said, "Mom, there was this thing. It said that there's a show about a sponge. It was cute show about a sponge in this commercial. There's got to be a joke, right? That can't be real. They wouldn't make a show about a sponge. It looks so funny, Mommy." And then what happened? It set the fucking bar. It was the weirdest. It made no sense for the time that it came out. I mean, like, yes, there was a lot more weird cartoons. Like, we could talk about Cow and Chicken and stuff like that on Cartoon Network. But for Nickelodeon, it was strange. There was also some strange Nickelodeon shows. I think, like, wasn't Kablam Nickelodeon show? I understand, like, some 90s shows and stuff. But for that time period, SpongeBob made no sense logically to, like, what other people were thinking, what do the kids want? I was a kid and I didn't even think I would want that, because I thought that sounds absurd. I'm a kid and that sounds absurd. I'm a weird kid at that, and I think that sounds absurd. And it comes out and it's amazing. And it's amazing. And it sets the bar for so many animations after it, and so many like types of humor and whatnot in children's shows after it, even adult animations after it. And you know, makes tons of money to ching. And also unforgettable legacy. Also, like, the amount of SpongeBob content and quotes that are in my brain just because they're programmed in there and they'll never leave. Like, who would have thought? I doubt that they even thought. And that is the same type of miracles that can happen for you. You're not even aware of how being sticking to understanding what you want and understanding what you want, who you are, and what makes you you, and getting rid of all those ideas of being told that, you know, this is too weird, or this is just not how you do things, and all the no's and no's and no's that you've heard. I saw 1111 on the timestamp when I said that as well. Throw that out the window. Throw it out the window with relationships as well. Oh, well, if he does this, that means he doesn't like you. Nah. If she does this, that means she doesn't like you. No. How does it feel to you? What's true to you? What makes sense to you? That's what matters. Everybody tries to blog and all this stuff, and I know I'm on a tangent. I'm not trying to go freaking like some weird millennial sounding like a boomer almost mode. But like, you know, it's like, how you know a girl likes you. Fuck all that. Just what tells you that a girl likes you? Follow that rule book. Fuck the old book. It's old. Keep what's good out of it. Keep what still resonates with you out of it. But the rest, it's held you back for too long. Too long. Boop. Time to change. Time to create a SpongeBob-like freaking unforgettable legacy by being your weird little self. Shout out SpongeBob and its creators. R.I.P. the creator, I believe. Founder, creator, however you say that. Anyway. All right. So yeah, along the same lines, that's what Uranus and Taurus is having us do. We're just really getting comfortable with what makes us us, even if it's not exactly what we've been told is wanted or whatever, right? Like, I could sit here and pick apart myself, like, physical wise, but at the end of the day, it's better for my growth and my learning if I decide what I like about myself instead of letting other people decide what they like about me and what's wrong with me and not and whatever. Because at the end of the day, if I sit with myself, then I'm probably going to find less things that I'm offended by as far as my physical appearance than somebody else. Or the flip side, somebody else might find a lot of things positive about my physical appearance that I don't necessarily feel, but that is in my book that someone told me once upon ago, and that's stuff I gotta heal. Goes both ways. It goes retrograde in Taurus on the 28th of this month, so a lot of new retrogrades coming here soon, babies. My Earth Angel babies. Also, with Taurus energies being all around, and that being correlated with the Empress energy, very fertile. So some of y'all may be cooking some babies here soon in your lives. So keep that in mind, because I don't normally call y'all babies, but I said it, and I said it twice, and then I said Earth Angel babies, and so some of y'all might have some spirit babies or angel babies, as we would say, that are ready to be born. So keep that in mind. If that's something you want. If it's not something that you want right now, then be wary. But yeah, let's see. Let's get a couple cards for just current energy for Uranus and Taurus. Angels, please. I thank you so much for this, and thank you for watching, Collective. And Archangel Michael, thank you for protecting this connection. I pray you continue to protect this connection while I channel messages for the collective. And thank you, God. Thank you, my Ascended Master Jesus Christ. Thank you all who love and watch me from the light. I love you all so, so very much. Okay. All right. Anything about Taurus, Uranus and Taurus right now? Oh, thought it was my iPad. Yeah, moving forward. Moving on from all that you thought you knew about what you deserve, about what you're capable of, about what your uniqueness can accomplish in this life and what it can provide for the collective and what it just is for you. Walking away from stagnant things that are just stagnant lies that have just been in you, keeping you from enjoying yourself, but also allowing the world to enjoy the real you. Yes, angels, thank you. Walking away from that. That's cut and dry. And never looking back, let that be known. Never looking back. Once you go forward from here, you ain't looking back. And then all these blessings come in, baby, because you're headed towards your legacy. Oh, yes. Okay, I just want to know about, I want to check the bottom. Yeah. Breaking those toxic chains that you've had that are lies, dude. They are lies. Breaking out of those, walking away, never looking back. Never. Never. Dunzo. I'm on my way to my legacy. Can you show me a little bit about when Taurus goes retrograde? August 28th. When Taurus goes retrograde. Or sorry, when you're go retrograde. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh God, thank you. Smoke in my eye, not crying. Yet, look at this. You become so clear. Okay, so Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus on the 28th of August. During that time, you're going to get so clear. God is going to even show you in special ways these, if you're unsure about like, well, what does make me me? What is unique about me? God's going to show you. God is going to show you. It's going to become so clear. Slowly but surely, a little quicker than you might realize, but slowly but surely, it's going to become so clear what you have always wanted to be, what you've always wanted to do, what you're being called to do, what your new calling may be. You know, all of these table resonates, but things are going to become so clear about who you are, what is your strength, Leo season, what is, by then we'll be stepping into Virgo season, but you know what I mean. So yeah, it's going to become so clear what you got to do, what you got to let go of, what you got to cut with this sword here that God's giving you, what things you got to cut out so you can move on and head towards your legacy. It's going to be so clear. That's what you're going to learn during Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. And look at this. And you're going to take seat in your throne, ready to create the life of your dreams. Queen of Wands. If she creates it, it appears. She thinks it up. She got an idea. She's passionate. She puts it all out there. It shows itself in the physical 3D. Yeah. And all that struggle coming to an end. We saw this earlier as well, with the Venus in retrograde. So much struggle, so much work, and things that you've held on to. Now, the connotation for this in this particular spread right here for Uranus and going retrograde in Taurus is that all the things you've been carrying that have been holding you back, that have been so heavy and weighing you down and holding you back, it's been such a struggle. You're just trying to get here. You're just trying to come home to yourself. It's the final stretch. It's the final stretch, baby. It's the final stretch. So get ready to know yourself so well. Get ready to know yourself so well. Oh man, 2024 is going to go wild for you. For all of us. 2024 is going to go wild for us because we're going to know ourselves so much more than we've known ourselves before. God bless. I'm also seeing these lions on the Queen of Wands throne here. So more Leo presence. Alright? Wow. Check the bottom. Yeah. And you won't have to work so hard on shit that's getting you nowhere. You're going to start actually putting your time towards what matters. Right now, you've just been putting so much work into other things that are not part of what you're here to do. Ooh, man. And it's going to get real clear what you're here to do and who the F you are. And you're going to take that throne, that seat on that throne. And F all the other stuff. Leave it behind. Ain't looking back ever again. I know me now. Period. And it's time I get mine. It's time I get my legacy. And you're going to work towards it. And God is also going to bless you along the way in congratulations in different, like periodically, for the work that you put towards this, because you're being so brave, Leo symbolism again, being so courageous, all right, like the lion, as to be the real you. Being the real you is going to get you, woo, everywhere and then some, man. Everything and then some. Yes, thank you, angels. Anything else? Keep going, go on to Neptune or more on Uranus? Shuffle or no? Two from the bottom. Okay, so they want me to pull this out. So yeah, you're not going to be working on things that don't get you anywhere anymore. You're done with that. And then what we have, Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, and you're not going to be messing around with anybody that's trying to like, you're not going to be showing yourself to people in a way that pleases them. Like, you're not going to be like, not that you're going to like purposefully like show up to like make people uncomfortable. Two on the timestamp when I say this. You're going to show up as your real self. You're not going to show up with like, you're not going to work like, what am I hearing? Like, you can't fire me, I quit. Like, from Rudolph, that old, like, I guess it's not claymation, but like it's like stop motion film or whatever, old Christmas movie, with the elf that wants to be a dentist. You're not gonna put work into being an elf anymore because you want to be a little weird dentist because you're a little weirdo elf that was born to be a dentist, and you're not gonna do this anymore, and you don't care what anybody has to say about it anymore, and you're not gonna show up as an elf just to make the other elves comfortable anymore. You're gonna show up as a dentist. You don't have anything to offer anybody that doesn't want to see the real you anymore. Period, angels. Thank you. I needed this. Thank you, angels. Bottom again or no? All right. Almost there. Got a couple more placements or a couple more planets here, and then we can go chill out because it's been a long reading. Okay, so Neptune is currently in retrograde in Pisces. I don't know for how long it's been this way, but I'm sure it's not not extremely recent, but it's definitely current. My face looked weird to me for a second. Anyway, it's fine. So yep. Neptune is currently retrograde in Pisces. My AC is trying to like do some Jumanji shit and become alive and eat me or something. Neptune being retrograde in Pisces, I mean, Neptune is home in Pisces, so really what it's doing is just teaching us more about our own emotional intelligence and our own highest selves, and realigning with what that is, because it's needed. It's like spring cleaning, but it's like we need to realign with who we are right now, because we've been who we've been, and that's been in alignment for the most part, and now we are who we are, and we've got to realign to that for our highest good, because Pisces is high and wise energy. Super high, super wise, super high. But no, super like highly connected to the highest self, super wise, and like we're ready to realign with, or we're being prepped and being taught and called to realign with who we are right now, our highest selves right now, because we're different. We different this time. Oh, I love that card I just saw. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it a little secret. Wowee. So Neptune in retrograde in Pisces. Anything else? All right. Overall, yeah, I'm coming out again. this Hermit in reverse keeps showing itself like we are being prepped to be seen for who we really, 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 really are. Really, really. On some Spice Girls, really, really, okay? I want to really, really, really want to zig a zig ah. I want to really, really, really want to be who I am and not be ashamed and not be terrified of people seeing who I am. Fool in reverse. So right now, with it being in retrograde, this is the current energy. So with Neptune being in retrograde in Pisces right now, we're not taking any like big crazy like risks of like reset buttons. Like we do like what we've built, like we do like who we've been, right? We're not like throw away who I've ever been, I gotta be brand new. But we're starting from what we know about ourselves, and to move forward here, we are celebrating. All right, we're celebrating who we are and who we've been. Right, we're celebrating who we are and who we've been. We're learning how to be proud of, everything that's got us to this point, and now we're stepping into the seemingly unknown of who we are now, and I say seemingly unknown because we're learning it as we go, and it will become more clear very soon, especially towards the end of August. But Neptune is retrograde in Pisces until December, so this is another long-going retrograde period, just like Saturn. So November there will be a nice shift when Saturn goes direct, and then the beginning of December there'll be a great enormous shift in our own alignment with our highest self when Neptune goes direct in Pisces. But yeah, so we're celebrating who we've been. We're also manifesting what we want to celebrate about ourselves and our future selves. We're imagining, we're manifesting, we're daydreaming, we're planning like these, things about like who we want to be and where we hope to be at some point, and who our highest self is, what they look like, what they do, who they're with, what their life looks like, because we know that that's us. And we want that so much. And so we celebrate both the past and the future, and trying to celebrate the present as best as possible, because we need to learn about the present more before we can celebrate it. And it's kind of hard to celebrate while learning, but we're learning how to also do that. So learning. But also, this is a divine counterparts card for me as a reader with these 1111s here. So again, becoming more into who you really, really are is going to show who you really, really are, and your divine counterpart is out there somewhere doing the same thing, showing who they really, really are. And that's how you find each other, baby. You know how like you be yourself and then your people will come to you, just be yourself, and then your tribe, quote unquote, or your people, your pack, your whatever comes to you or sees you, notices you, and it's all freaking beautiful history after that. It's the same thing with divine counterpartships. Like, be yourself, learn yourself so you can be yourself, but also be courageous enough to be yourself, but also align yourself with your highest self and believe that God is here ready and willing to bless you the minute that you decide to trust yourself and trust in God and let go of anything else that just ain't working no more. And don't spend any more time on stuff that's leading you nowhere, and don't spend any more time putting on a mask for people who just aren't your people, that just aren't resonating or vibrating with you on the same frequency, or even nearly similar, or whatever. It's just not meant to be no more, if it ever was. And this brings you to possible divine counterpartship, like marriage type vibes here with this card as well. But overall, collectively, take what resonates, leave the rest. But collectively, this is really just like, we're not scrapping everything we've ever been. We're actually very happy about who we've been, and we're celebrating that. But we're also daydreaming about who we want to be, and that makes us very, very happy. And we are learning how to break free from our own self-sabotage, and everything that we have told ourselves we do not deserve. That is a theme here. We've already talked about this. So furthermore, learning to let go of anything that's told us that we don't deserve this, anything that's told us that we're not safe, anything that's told us that we can't. We are learning that we can actually take the blindfold off, or we can actually use other senses. This person blindfolded and tied up. So even if we can't take our blindfold off, so to speak, on our own, or untie our arms on our own, we can use other senses and really kind of feel out, are we in danger? So this feels like a meditation card for me as well, when it comes to like thinking and manifesting about who your highest self is, or your future self, or what this looks like. Using any other senses that you can at this time to really tap into who you are. That is the most Pisces of Pisces vibes I can feel. Like literally, like those immersion tanks or whatever, where you're like in the dark and you're in water, and it's like you're just in there like floating, like on some like super deep meditative stuff, like that, but on whatever scale makes sense to you. Like like really just using other senses other than what you can see and what you can physically see and what you can physically touch, using everything else in you to feel and to know and to understand who you are, and how deserving you are, and how you've always been deserving, and what are the things that have told you otherwise. Find them, bring them to me, like bring them to the surface, to yourself. Be this Queen of Wands here, and get them out. Find them, collect them, get them out. Because we don't want that no more. We also have the Lovers in reverse. You also maybe, when this is a very emotional, Pisces is very emotional energy. So there might be a lot of, when it comes to this divine counterpartship here that I was seeing with this card, there might be a lot here for most of us in regards to what's blocking us from the love that we want. Self-love, what's blocking us from the self-love and the celebrating ourselves and being our own counterpart in a sense, like, because that's huge as well. Thank you, angels. What's blocking us from being good enough for ourselves, but also what's blocking us from feeling good enough from that perfect partner that we manifest when we manifest our highest self, being with that divine counterpart. What's blocking us from accepting ourselves as that highest self, and what's blocking us from accepting us as deserving of that person, divine counterpart that our highest self is with, when we envision that sort of thing. If you envision that sort of thing when you are meditating, visualizing, daydreaming, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, but also lots of self-love here, unlearning what's kept you from self-love, unlearning what's kept you from real, true, divine love. And that is defined only by you. It was 3344 when I saw this on the timestamp, and I said this. That is only defined by you as well. So that's where that Saturn energy comes in as well, because we're learning how to define things for ourselves. What does love mean to you? What does the perfect divine love look like and mean to you? Doesn't have to be what your mom thinks or your dad thinks or whoever, whatever. What does it look like to you? What's good enough for you? Because what's good enough for you is good enough for you. Period. Who needed to hear that? What's good enough for you is good enough for you. Period. I feel this Leo confidence right here that's just like, how would you ever let someone else tell you something's not good enough for you? Or you're not good enough for something. Someone tells you something's not good enough for you, that's up to you as well. Because they're either saying it because they think that you have so much more potential for but if you love whatever it is and it feels in alignment with you and it feels divinely like meant for you, even if someone thinks that you don't be a comedian, you should be a doctor. Or don't mess with that dude, you're way hotter than them, you should get a hotter dude. Stuff like that. If it's good enough for you and feels like it's God-given and it is in alignment with you and it is your truth and it's what you want and it is in alignment with what you want and who you are and your highest self, the more you get to know who that is, the more you understand what that is, that's finite. That's enough. No one anymore, by the end of this year, mark my words on this, by the end of this year, no more is anyone going to be able to tell you that, you deserve less than XYZ, or you're wasting your potential XYZ. You're not going to be able to hear that at all, because you're going to know exactly your worth, and it's going to even continue to expand as you continue to grow and learn more about yourself moving forward. And there's a lot of healing here as well. So much, okay? So be prepared. But yeah, you're not going to let anyone sway you either which way, that like you wasted your time, or you are currently wasting, Some of us, yes, are putting a lot of time into stuff that's not getting us anywhere, but you're learning that on your own. And when you learn that, SpongeBob-like weirdness about you that is really going to take you to your legacy, all right, and everything that you want, and possible union with your divine counterpart, if not just full-on celebration of self, because every day is a winding road, but I'm also hearing like every day's a party kind of thing. But anyway, you'll be so in alignment with what you know is for you and what you want, that anybody else that sees something else in you, sure, maybe we take little tidbits of this and that because we're just like, well, that was kind of a good idea, or that's kind of like, but at the end of the day, you're going to be so comfortable with letting yourself be seen that you won't be afraid. I mean, you may not be so vocal about it, but you won't be afraid to like think no and act in a way that says no when people bring stuff up to you that they think is best for you, because you're the only one who knows what's best for you, and you're finding out what's best for you this whole year. And by the end of this year, mark my words, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you what's best for you besides you. Unless for some reason you're out of alignment because you're not taking any of these advices or anything like that, and you're just like, it's supposed to go slowly. It's not supposed to happen all at once. But if you deny healing, if you still look for validation only, you know what I mean? Like we're not perfect. We're gonna need some backup. We're gonna need some help. We're gonna need some outside validation every now and then. But if you're not putting in any of the work that we're seeing here at all, like even at the slightest, then maybe by the end of the year, yeah, maybe people will still be able to confuse you on what you're trying to do. But I'm telling you right now, you put this work in and you trust in this and you really get to know yourself, by the end of this year, let them try to tell you who you are. Let them try to tell you who you are and what you can do. Let them even try, because you're not putting even on a face for them anymore. And if you're bold enough, you'll just be like, sorry, did you say something? Anyway, look at this. Yeah. Because you know the truth. You're getting used to it. This is a page. This is not a King of Swords. It's a page. You're getting used to the truth, okay? It's new to you. But you figured it out. Because God helped you figure it out. God was right with you through the Uranus in Taurus retrograde. God was with you. And you figured it out. And now you're wielding the sword. You got this. You're on your way. It's a beginning point because it's a page, right? It's the first of the court cards in the minor arcana of the swords minor arcana, but it's a start, and you gotta start somewhere. Thank you, angels. Anything about Pisces going direct? I mean, I guess that is the Pisces going direct movement there. That's where it's headed. Is you wielding the sword. By December 6th, when Neptune goes direct in Pisces, you'll be wielding that sword for what feels like the first time, if ever. Like, first time in a long time, I'm hearing, if ever, and first time for a lot of you, and you're proud of it. All right, anything else? Oh, one more thing. Yeah. And you're not like, the whole world doesn't come crashing down when people don't agree with your choices anymore. You're like, you know what? You're not gonna, you know, I'm building something based on some real truth that I found within myself. I'm really starting from not from scratch, but like I'm really starting from a new source of energy within myself that I've just now discovered, like that it has become extremely clear to me. And y'all, no matter what y'all say or do, like I'm not tore up over y'all not agreeing with me. I'm not tore up over y'all not agreeing with me. I'm not tore up over the fact that things have to fall apart. Period. Because, you know, this new life, this new thing that you'll be embarking on with your new sense of self, your recognition of your real self, you're honoring your real self, lion symbolism. Things will fall apart, but they're not going to bother you. It's not going to feel like a tower moment. There will be tower moments where, you know, you might leave that job, you might not choose that friend group no more. You might, you know, make a lot of changes that feel like tower moments, that are tower moments, right? But they won't feel so detrimental because you'll be so fucking happy and hopeful for where you're going, because you know exactly where you're going. You know exactly where you're going. You don't know exactly how long it's going to take, but you know you're going to love every bit of it along the way the best that you can. You're setting yourself free. You honor the past, but you are ready to move forward. And you are so clear on who you are. Ain't no stopping us now. Period. Alright. Almost done here. Anything else? Go to Pluto or keep going on Neptune? They want lots of cards for you. Alright, so on the bottom. Yeah, Nine of Wands, so close. You just gotta hold on a little bit longer during this retrograde period with Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Again, it's lasting till December 6th, so it's not the very, very end. Okay, we're not there yet. You're still stressed. You're like, dang, I still gotta carry these MFers. I still gotta carry all this baggage with me a little bit longer while I sift this out. It's gonna be work. Okay, it's gonna be work emotionally, but you know, use it to your advantage. Maybe express yourself creatively, because wands here, they're very passionate and creative, so maybe express yourself in some sort of way creatively. If you're an artist, something like this, it might give you new inspiration to write things, draw things, you know, make things, whatever. But also maybe you'll find ways in life to just, you know, find passionate I'm so sorry, but the tops of these wands are looking a bit phallic to me, so maybe some of you will be using your passion to get through some of the stress of the work, which, hey, do thing. And they wanted one more from the bottom. Yeah. And then a lot of you are going to be grieving. You know, it's going to be work, and it's going to you know, there's going to be a grief process. You may be taking some time to, you know, cry for what's lost, cry for time lost, grieve for time lost, grieve for people lost, grieve for what might be lost when you step into your real self by the end of this year. You know, like thinking about like what will change and grieving for that before it happens, which it's not that I'm going to say I don't recommend it. I mean, it is nice to kind of like emotionally prepare yourself. Pisces being, you know, very emotionally wise. But just if you can, with these cards here, if you can find some way to alleviate the stress of the work, then do so during this time up until the end of this year. But also don't forget that you just don't forget what you have as well. While you're grieving this, take your time to grieve what's lost and what will be lost, but also remember what you have. Remember what you have whenever you can. If you get too far deep, you know, trapped into that cycle of just like fear and panic and sadness and grief and all that stuff, obviously please seek, you know, professional assistance through a licensed counselor, therapist, something like this, if you need to. But also, you know, if you can, in whatever way it works for you, remember what you have and remember where it's going to take you, and think of those things as well. Grieve what you'll lose by being the real you, but also be excited and celebrate who you're about to be, because it's everything you want and more. It's everything you want and more. It's everything you want exactly. Even if you don't want more, it's everything you want exactly. But if you want more, it's everything you want and more. Okay, so let's move forward. We've got Pluto. Pluto is currently retrograde in Capricorn. Pluto is currently retrograde in Capricorn. Pluto. Oh, Pluto. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn right now, we are trying to make sense of our mysteries. We are trying to solve our own mysteries. You know, mysteries about ourselves that only we know. Like, why have I always done this? Like, why has this certain thing always seemed to happen this same way? Like, cycles and maybe addictions, or maybe just tendencies. Could be in regards to love, even could be in regards to friendships and whatnot. You know, we're very deep in our feels about a lot of things that we're not talking about out loud to even our closest friends, and we're kind of we're low-key, you know, this is our opportunity to really be feeling out, like trying to solve our own mysteries. Why does this seem to always happen to me this way? Why did this happen to me again? If there's been like a repeating cycle, why when I try to do this, it always leads me back to this outcome? You know, these are mysteries to me. Why do people see this in me, and what does that mean? Why do I hear these certain words a lot in my life, and what do they mean to me? Why do I see these certain symbols and numbers, and what do they mean to me? Why does that one person still talk to me in that certain way, and what do they mean to me, and what do I mean to them? Like, trying to rationalize all these mysteries, because typically when Pluto's home in Scorpio, Pluto just loves the mystery and just lets it be mystery. But here, going retrograde in Capricorn, Pluto's like, maybe there are actually some reasons for some of these mysterious things I can't seem to understand about myself, or about my life, or about patterns in my life, or about like pains that keep reoccurring in myself, or repetitive tendencies and behaviors. Like, why, you know, why, like what is the, you know, the solution, right? Solving your own mysteries is what it feels like. Trying to learn how to. On the bottom, we've got King of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, something about feeling unstable with one's self overall. And normally it's like not as much of a study as it is when Pluto's home. It's more of a, you know, leave it to the imagination, or just leave it to Beaver. No, leave it to unfold as it does, right? Because when you're watching like a mystery movie or reading a mystery book, like you don't want someone to tell you what happens. You want to just see where it goes. But being in Capricorn's a type of energy to be like, the butler did it. And this makes Pluto feel like, whoa, what was the point? I didn't get to feel the mystery. I like feeling the mystery. But now, Pluto being retrograde in Capricorn, it's like Pluto's like, shit. Maybe some of these mysteries just gotta straight up get solved. Because some of these mysteries I'm kind of sick of, to be honest. Or at least I'm just very curious about, and I want fucking answers. You know, like maybe I don't want to read through this whole book page by page. Maybe I just want to know how it ends with some of these situations and things about myself and in my life. Because where's the answers? That's how Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn is making us feel about a lot of things. So what I have in front of me here, all right, there's a lot of cards here, so try to make sure I'm not getting mixed up. So we have here is Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's making us think about, like, why am I not, like my cycles when it comes to finances and work and all that stuff, why is it that it always ends, like, why is it always like this and it feels God-given, and then it ends like this where I'm just like, nah, that's not for me. And again, with what we're talking about with Uranus and Saturn and Neptune all teaching us that it's because we need to come into alignment with who we really, really are, so we can be doing the thing that will feel like this and keep feeling like this until ever long. All right? And leave that up for interpretation, because, you know, something that comes in like this could last you a great 15 years and then change, and that's fine. But otherwise, you know, I'm getting more of the sense that this is like, you know, year after year, I feel like something is God-given for my career, for my finances or whatever, and then at the end of the day, where does it go? And why does it leave? What am I doing wrong? What is happening? What is the answer to that? That's a mystery that I don't like, is what I'm, you know, getting from, like, what we would be saying. We have, like, getting away with stuff, some betrayal, some sneakiness. Like, why, you know, do people treat me this way? You know, why do people get away with it? Why do people do shit, steal from me, steal energy from me, maybe steal actual things from me, you know, steal partners from me, quote unquote, like steal. You know, why do I get betrayed and then they get away with it? Why does that happen? Riddle me that. Answer me that. So we're really diving deep into some hard, difficult feelings about stuff like this right now, because Pluto, you know, tries to go as deep as possible, get your mind out the gutter, but you know what I mean? Really freaking deep. And Capricorn is not the most emotionally explorative of signs, but Capricorn, cut and dry, you know, no bullshit, no sugarcoating, you know. So the plus side here is that we will learn the answers. Shall we continue to let them rise up from the deeps, from the depths? But I'll get some more cards on it. Don't worry. But yeah, like thinking like, why do when I get betrayed, they just get away with it, right? Why am I still battling anxieties and, excuse me again, and other potential like mental illnesses that and things like this that hurt me? You know, why am I still carrying this pain? Why am I the one up at night feeling this way? Why do I feel like, you know, this particular trauma just keeps sneaking up on me and won't leave me alone? Like, why is it still doing that? Why does it always come back down to me feeling this way at some point? You know, sort of thing. Which some of this feels very perfectionistic, where it's just kind of like not wanting to accept that there are just disappointments and cycles in life that just do happen, and it's really not our fault, so to speak. But Capricorn is definitely going to kind of make it feel like it's something we can fix. The Capricorn energy is going to definitely make us feel that way. And so we're going to be diving a lot into how could we solve this if we can. Because Capricorn makes us believe that there is a solution to an issue, and that it's got to be a clear-cut one somehow, some way, somewhere. But also let it be known that some things, they just do be happening, and that you're well on your way and you are on the right track, and everything's going to go swimmingly, okay? Everything's going to go just with flying colors, all right? Especially by the end of this year, you will feel literally like a new person, but not really new. You'll just feel like your mother-freaking self, like the most self of yourself you've ever felt. All right, more rhyming. But yeah, these are just things that are crossing our mind here, is what they're showing me. And yeah, why am I always feeling like, you know, I've got to make some sort of decision? Why does it always feel like, you know, when I stick to something, stick to a person, stick to a friend group, stick to a job, stick to a treatment plan, stick to something, why is it always at some point it's not for me anymore, and now I gotta make a new choice? Like, I'm exhausted. I don't feel stable with what's going on. Why does that always happen? Why is that happening now? Why is it happening again? And why does it seem to reoccur in my life? So Pisces, So Pluto goes direct in Capricorn October 10th. Okay, so great. A really great big shift coming October 10th. A really great big shift coming early November. And a really great big shift coming early December. It's like back to back to back when we get through this summer seasons of as we learn our truths and come into our abundance bags a bit and more faith and all that goodness. October, November, December, these are big, big, big shifts, okay? So one after another, and I love this for us. I really do. Really, really do. Tell me anything about Pluto going direct in Capricorn on October 10th. Like, what are we getting out of this when Pluto goes direct? What's the highest outcome of, of this Pluto retrograde? All right, on the bottom, we've got 3 of Cups in reverse. So this is something that could separate groups, could separate you from groups of people that turns out they're not helping your growth, they're hindering your growth. This is also deciding to do things solo. I mean, there's so many cards here about doing things solo and not being afraid to not listen to the opinions of others and collaborate with others and stuff like that, because they're gonna want to tell you that this idea would probably be better than the idea that you have. I mean, I'm getting that as well. But mostly what I'm getting for this is by the time Pluto goes direct on October 10th, it's like you're really not in the mood to be coddled, and you're really not in the mood to, not that you're not in the mood to celebrate, but you're not in the mood to ignore this, and just keep letting it be part of your character traits in your movie. You're the just main mysterious character that just these misfortunate things happen to. Oops, I guess I'll just go drink it off, or do whatever I do to just let it be what it is. I mean, yeah, some things are going to continue to, laundry is not clean laundry forever when you wash it once. You gotta wash laundry again at some point. You gotta go through the cycle again at some point, in some certain sort of way. And cycles do break, but also, we're human, and things happen. Things happen. Sometimes we regress, sometimes we relapse. Things happen. And when I say relapse, I mean you can relapse on the fact that you picked your ex's phone call up again, and that's okay. That's a relapse. The relapse of you started calling yourself bad names again after so long of being very much positive about yourself. That's a relapse. You know what I mean? It happens. But you're really not having by October 10th, when Pluto goes direct in Capricorn, you really just aren't in the mood to ignore it anymore. It's not that it's not a cause for celebration. It's just you have a very serious tone about this, where you're just I'm gonna take it into my own hands. And with that being said, this is the Page of Pentacles here. You're taking this into your own hands. You're taking your success and everything you want, and I'm even seeing wish fulfillment with the star here, because it just symbolizes wishes, but your abundance, your legacy, your finances, your career, all the things that you want, the beautiful things in life that that you have always wanted, but things just seem to keep hurting you or whatever. You realize you're going to take this into your own hands. That's going to be your step one. There is a lot of trust and faith in God here on this spread, but when it comes particularly to this Pluto in retrograde, and then going direct in Capricorn, it's that Capricorn energy that really just says, but also don't forget, we've got to do the physical action. God has all the supply and everything for us around us, and all the blessings and all that stuff ready for us, and lining them up and getting them all in divine timing, but we've got to do the physical work. And you come to that realization, we come to that realization October 10th, once Pluto stations direct in Capricorn. We realize, you know what, taking matters into my own hands, starting kind of fresh, you know, not scrapping the whole thing, but starting fresh, and not ignoring this anymore. Not ignoring this anymore, and not like thinking that this is like just cute if you ever thought it was, you know what I mean? Not making it a joke anymore, not just like taking it way more seriously, taking it into your hands and making sure something freaking gets done about it, is what I'm hearing. Yeah. And this is 4 swords in reverse, so you ain't gonna be resting. You're gonna be on that grind. You're gonna be on some kind of grind. Like, you're determined to break these cycles, very determined. And then there it is again, yeah, because you don't want to feel like unstable King of Pentacles in reverse anymore. But you gotta start somewhere, and so you're gonna do the right thing and just start somewhere. You're not gonna just like go to bed and, you know, with this 4 swords in reverse, you're not just gonna like sleep and wake up and be a King of Pentacles. Like, you know, like you realize by the end of this, like, you're not just gonna go to sleep, wake up, and all of a sudden you have the stability and security and all that stuff that Capricorn energy asks of us, boom, overnight, right? No, but you do know you can start something somewhere, and that in itself is kind of scary, but not too scary for you to like not try it. Sorry, my battery's dying. Not too scary for you to not attempt it. You are going to give it your best shot. I'm hearing hit me with your best shot. Anything else on Pluto going direct, and then we are going to talk about Chiron, and then we are done. And I can't believe how long this reading has, or this planetary update has been, but I think we all needed it very much. And I'm very sorry about not having continued the collective messages for the signs. Maybe if I have some more energy later in the week, or by this weekend, maybe I'll do a couple more, because I know I only did 2. But this was very much needed, and I'm doing what I'm called to do when I'm called to do it. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm doing it. I'm not called to do it, I'm not doing it. Period. Okay. Anything else about Pluto going direct in Capricorn? And I thank you, angels. I thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting this connection while I channel these messages for the collective. And I pray you continue to protect this connection while I continue to channel messages for the collective. Thank you for this in Jesus' blessed name. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, angels. Thank you all who love and watch over me from the light. I love you all so very much. I love me. Blessed be. All right, so overall, yeah, you realize what your vices are. You realize what's been manipulating you, who has been manipulating you. You realize what's been toxic in your life. You realize what has been for pleasure but not in alignment with joy. It's been pleasurable but not joyful. It has been you know, breaking chains, breaking cycles, and bringing change. No longer allowing yourself to be manipulated anymore. You just chose this as like a character. You're just like, you know, I'm chained up, I am what I am, it is what it is, I'll make the most of it. But you decide, I'm not actually going to do that anymore. I'm going to start small, and then look at this. And then I'm going to rise up and get big. Start small, rise up, and get big. One small step turns to a giant leap Queen of Pentacles, she does it all. She's got her own money. She's got, you know, her job and her passion and whatever. She's got her home life. She's stable as heck. She's stable as heaven. She's stable as Gaia's green earth. She takes care of her family. If you're a family person, she takes care of herself. She does it all, and it don't exhaust her, and she's not ungrateful. She loves it. She loves it because she knew she could do it. This is the most Pluto energy card for me as a reader that I could even talk about besides the death card. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is so Pluto energy for me, because Pluto is associated with Scorpio, and this is so Scorpio energy of me. Like a Scorpio woman for me right here, like in perfect alignment, just has all of it going on like that. So you realize you can start somewhere. You realize who's been in control of you this whole time, and you just let them, whether that's your own fears or an actual person or all of that, or a shitty boss or shitty partner or whatever. And then right when you get started, it don't stop there. It ends up exactly everything and more. Everything and more. Anything else on Pluto? I'm just going to pull from the middle. Yeah. There will be some difficult choices to make, and you'll have to go inside of your mind. See the blindfold? No, we're not looking at the external. We're going internal. We're finding some deep, deep truths. But Pluto's good at that. So that's why we're in that energy right now, while it's retrograde, and when it comes time, the choice will be made, and you will take that fresh start. Be patient with yourself. A lot of this is patience, 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 patience. All right, we good? Okay, yeah, patience. Just wait. Just wait. You can't do anything about it right now, but you can ponder, you can feel, you can assess, all right? Talk about it, however it helps. For now, just wait. Let the wind blow. Let the day turn to night and the night turn to day. Let the time click by. Let life just be life, you just be you, them just be them. And it's all going to become very, very clear soon with these other energies and forces at hand as well. Okay, so thank you so much, angels. All right, let's talk about Chiron. Why do I feel still connected to Pluto? One more for Pluto. All right. Yes. Okay, so you may be getting some help as well to get through this. For those of you breaking away from a toxic being, or just like dealing with, like, you know, the things that are mental that have been holding you back and stuff like that, you might end up going and receiving some help, perhaps needing to spend a little money on some therapy, like professional psychotherapy or something like this, some sort of help that you'll be receiving with this. But also this could be help from someone who is more secure and stable in your life, like maybe like a parent or an aunt, an uncle, something like this, that will be, you know, very proud of you for taking this new step, for breaking away from the toxic stuff. And though this is for someone specific, it almost feels like if you need a personal reading into this, let me know. But yeah, like someone may be stepping up and being so proud that you're deciding to just try with this Page of Pentacles here. Like you're ready to just try. You're ready to just, you know, try your best by October 10th and just, you know, take a step. And they are so proud of you. They either help you beforehand, like they're just like, could even be like a sibling or something, but like they either help you beforehand, that they're like, hey, you know, if you I can help you with this if that would make it easier for you to take this new fresh step, since you've, you know, been working so hard on, you know, healing the things you need to heal and walking away from the things you need to walk away, and, you know, stuff like that. Or it could happen after you take that first step of, I'm going to take this into my own hands and try my best. Or you could be even asking for help when you decide to take these matters into your own hands, in a sense. You end up asking for help, doing the brave thing, Lion energy, Leo energy, and asking for help, and you will receive it when you do. So either way, you're receiving help from someone, somewhere, obviously from God as well, but this definitely feels like a person, someone who has a bit more security and stability financially, maybe for some of you, it might be someone who's wealthy, but for a lot of you, it might just be just someone in your life that's just a bit more stable and secure, that comes through and is like, I'll help you with this. I'll help you get your start going, because I believe in you, and you've worked really hard, and you do deserve this, and that's all it takes. And then you end up getting yourself here, and then you can provide for others if you want to, and you will, because you will want to, because you're a good person. And yeah, but it all starts with going within and coming clear on some truths, okay? So coming clear on some truths, baby. Close your eyes. What do you see? You know what I'm saying? If you close your eyes, what's really there? All right. Can we move forward? Okay. They're like, wrap it up. All right. So Chiron is retrograde in Aries. Okay. So Chiron is showing us, oh goodness, Chiron is showing us honestly a lot of childhood wounds right now, being retrograde in Aries. Chiron is showing us a lot of things that we could never fix on our own, either as a child or just now, when we reflect now, we just think like, man, that's just something I've always wanted to be able to help that person with. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's yourself, maybe it's just charity, like in general, for strangers, for communities, for something. But it's something about wanting to help, and just never feeling like you could. And you're really realizing it, like, does that, when you think about these things, does that reflect any information to you about your calling, right? So are you being called to, teach for a specific group? Are you being called to start some sort of organization? Are you being called to become some sort of caregiver? Are you being called to mend certain relationships with people that you always wanted to be there for more? Are you being called to, help others heal? Are you being called to, become some sort of healer or some, stuff like this? But it just feels very much related to when you were growing up. Like, there was always, for a lot of us, there was our, for whomever ends up watching this, could be a little bit specific again, but just take what resonates, leave the rest. But if I can generalize it the best I can, it's like just something that's always kind of been with you in a way that you just always wished you could help more with that, but you just never seemed to be able to. Like, you've been able to help in so many other ways for so many other people, and it's been successful, in various different ways, but there's always that particular person or that particular group of people or that particular thing that you just can't seem to help enough in the way that you want to where you feel satisfied, to where you feel like you had an impact, where you feel like you saved them, helped them, cured them of something, relieved them something, very much Jesus vibes. But like, if Jesus was in his feelings and was like, dang, why can't I help nobody? kind of thing, but Chiron is the wounded healer, and so a lot of our wounds are being exposed in this area of how can we help, and not that we don't know how to help. We have helped before, but there's ways that we've still wanted to help specific people, specific groups, in specific ways, whatever it may be, that we just haven't ever really successfully seemed to help how we've wanted to. Does that make sense? And so those things are coming to light right now with Chiron being retrograde in Aries. Anything else for Chiron and retrograde in Aries right now? So I got the one card. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're taking a lot of time, like, we're using our magical brains, our magical thinking, and we're like, if I could help anyone, if I could make a wish right now and help anyone, who would it be? And what would I need? And also, a lot of us are realizing that it's always the same person and the same thing, or, whatever, every time. That we've been wishing to be able to help in that way for as long as we can remember. We've just always, ever since I was this age, I just always wanted to be able to do this for this person or this group or whatever. I've always just wanted to, I've always just wanted to provide for my parents. I've always just wanted to be able to feed the hungry. I've always just wanted to be able to help save and rescue hurt animals or stray animals, just things like this. Like there's something that's definitely, if not just for quite a few years, because we have the number 17 here. So maybe since you were 17, or maybe for 17 years, or maybe just ever since you can remember, there's always been something that you've like wished upon a star that, God, please help me one day be able to do this for my family, or for the collective, or for my children, or my future children, or for my community, or for my state, my country, my world, even, what I'm saying, my planet, and this is what Chiron in retrograde in Aries is bringing to light for us again, it's just really making us, it's just really making us think about how does that correlate to our calling as well, or how does that correlate to a calling, and how could we implement that in our own unique new start of, this is me, I'm not afraid to be me, here I am, and I'm gonna have I'm gonna take this into my own hands and do my thing the way I want to do it. How can we incorporate that into there so we can have more to celebrate about, more to be joyful about, more to be proud about? Proud, Lion energy, Leo season, so that it means even more, But the card that they showed us is the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this is, literally, it's, Chiron's the wounded healer. So this does carry some weight when we think about it. When we think about what's being brought up as far as like the ways that we could never seem to help, or just haven't been able to help yet in the way that we've wanted to. But instead, the energy at hand is actually making us think about what makes us feel most alive, what makes us feel most relieved, that if we could, like, again, if we could wish on a star for anything, as far as helping someone, healing someone, or healing something in us. Even doesn't even have to be for other person. Maybe there's something in us that's like, a certain condition, or a phobia, or a fear, or a behavior, or an actual illness, or something that we're just like, if we could heal anything for ourselves, what would it be? And we've been thinking a lot about that, and that could even go for other people as well. Like if we could cure a certain illness, or if we could heal this person of this person that we care about, or even this stranger, or this community, or whatever, what would it be? And like what I would do, and what I would need, and praying for it, kind of thing. We're thinking a lot about like how to revive that dream, how to make that dream how to make ourselves feel less useless when it comes to when we think about that. Because a lot of things we can do, and a lot of things we can do to an extent, but God doesn't have us out here and expecting us to be able to save the whole world on our own. What is on me? Did I get bit? And so it really just depends for the individual, but just collectively, this is kind of like, it's two types of discomfort. One discomfort is thinking about how you can do more to make this wish come true. The other discomfort is, how do I let go of feeling useless if I can't make this wish come true, or if this wish does not come true. Woo! And that hurts my heart straight through the chest. But we don't feel hopeless about the dream. You know, this is in reverse, so we're not like, we don't feel like dunzo about it. We don't feel like this is the end, but we do feel useless a lot when we entertain the idea of it never happening. And so we're learning how to feel of use in the ways that we can be of use in regards to this big dream that we've always wanted to help with or attain, or whatever it may be, the goal, the thing, the help, whatever. How can we give in the ways that we can give and just feel good enough for that, and not feel like it has to go exactly to plan and to the scale that we see it as, to feel like we helped, because every little bit helps. Every single little bit helps. Everything you do ripples into the ether and helps the collective. And whomever it is, if it's a specific person or whatever, I feel like I got bit by something like while I was on video, because I did not notice that this whole time. It's definitely a bug bite. Insane. Anyway, if it's a person, a family member, something like that, help them how you can, and that's plenty. That's what we're learning. We're learning how to accept that how we help is plenty, and we're not useless because we haven't had like the full flush, the full royal flush of wish fulfillment here with this particular dream that we've always been having for ages, about wanting to do a specific thing for a specific person, or for ourselves or whatever, in regards to some sort of healing, some sort of helping. Does that make sense, angels? I hope so. And I thank you for this. So when it goes direct on December 26th, okay, so one more big old shift at the end of the year, right before New Year's. Where is this energy headed, angels? Where, in regards to Chiron going direct in Aries on December 26th, where is this energy headed? Where is this energy headed? Where is this energy headed? I feel like the word headed is sticking out to me a lot. Like, lots of, I don't know, being in your head, I guess. But something about that word headed. Where is this energy headed with Chiron going direct in Aries on December 26th, angels? And I thank you so much for this. I thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting this connection and protecting me. And I pray you continue to protect me and protect this connection while I channel for the collective, Archangel Michael. I thank you so much for this in Jesus' blessed name. Thank you all who love and watch over me from the light. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you all who are watching. Pray for you, the protection of the collective as well, Archangel Michael. And I thank you so much for this. Where's this energy headed with Chiron going direct in Aries on December 26th? Keep. Oh. Where is this energy headed? Chiron going direct December 26th. How many is more in here? I feel like there's at least one or two in here. Just do the bottom. Alrighty. There she is. We've been talking about her for hours, literally. This is where we're headed. By the end of this year, this is where we're headed with Chiron going direct in Aries. After all we've been through this year, we are stepping into our power, our acceptance, our glory, our full-on beauty inside and out, our appreciation for everything around us and the beauty of it inside and out, our connection with God and our trust with God that we are provided for and that we are co-creators, our realization that everything we do is more than enough, if not just enough. Nothing we do is not good enough. Everything we do is enough and or more than enough. And that we each individually are carrying the power of God. We're co-creating with God all the time. And that we are loved. And that because we are loved and we know that we are loved, love evokes and emotes off of us and makes others feel loved. That we are divine. We are divine royalty. And that we have all we need to do whatever it is that we want, because God's providing for us anytime we ask for anything. Shall it be in alignment with what our truths are about ourselves and what we deserve? And shall it be in alignment with our highest self for the good of our highest self and for the good of all? And shall it be in alignment with like our beliefs on our trust with God and that God is bringing it to us? We're straight up chilling. We're chilling. We're doing things. We're making things. We're incredible. A lot of people, again, with the fertility, like, you know, there may be some pregnancies and things by the end of this year. But I mean, clearly there always are. But like I'm saying, those that are watching this, oh, battery's still dying. So those that are watching this, I'm just saying, you know, pregnancies, that is a interpretation of this card. Just let that be known. But yeah, we are creating. We're not just like sitting around. But when we are, either way, we're creating. We're creating energy. We're creating ideas. We're creating in general. We're just creative. We just are abundant beings that simply as we exist, it is enough. So to get past that feeling of worthlessness for not being able to save the whole world, for not being able to save your whole family, for not being able to save your entire health and make you so quote unquote perfect, or you know, whatever it is, you are enough. You're enough. You're enough. And anyone who blames you, let it fall on deaf ears. Don't hear it. Ask God to block that from your life, okay? But when you are telling you that you aren't enough, that's just a lie. That's just a lie. That's the serum. That's the medicine that Chiron is feeding us when Chiron goes direct in Aries on December 26th. The medicine Chiron is giving to us late December this year is that we are so more than enough. And everything we do ripples through the ether in the most beautiful way. And that we are gorgeous. And that we are nothing less than just magnificent in all that we do. And that every little bit that we do matters so much. Every time the Empress blinks, a butterfly is healed of the flu. You know what I'm saying? Every time the Empress even has a thought of something, an endangered species is saved. Every time, you know, I'm being goofy, but that's the medicine that's being given to us by the end of this year with Chiron going direct in Aries, is that everything we do is more than enough. We don't have to beat ourselves up about how, you know, because as an individual, you know, and an empathetic one, because if you're watching this, I'm assuming you resonate with being an empathetic person, you know, you really just, I wish I could do more, I wish I could do more, I wish I could do more. Everything you do is plenty and then some. You don't even know. Chiron's reminding us by the end of this year that what we do echoes so much further and so much louder than we even realize. And it's us, the wounded healer, right? Chiron ended his life by not being able to make a medicine in time for himself after he accidentally shot himself with poison with an arrow. And he was known as being able to heal everyone besides himself. He couldn't make the antidote quick enough to save his own life. This is Chiron teaching us yet again that our poison that we're feeding ourselves every day is that we don't do enough, we're not enough. His medicine for us, because he can heal us, is that we are everything. And everything we do is so massively helpful, so massively important. It's us drinking the same poison that tells us that it's not. So let's learn from Chiron and take his medicine and embrace this Empress energy. We've been talking about it for hours in part 1 and in here, I believe so. Also very high Taurus and Libra energy with this card as well. And on the bottom, the Hermit. So, giving us more time to see the light. The Hermit may be a little mysterious, a little bit of a loner, but he never really takes his, he's never really too far from seeing the light, using our wisdom, giving us wisdom. Chiron's giving us the wisdom we need that comes from within, that comes from retreat, that comes from our own personal little hermit self versions of us. I don't even feel like this is like isolation really with this card, which can be very much of the time. I feel like this is more just like our little hermit self that we keep to ourselves, that kind of just secretly feels all these feelings that we don't share, but really we're always hoping for the best or wishing and wanting. The wisdom is that we've always been enough. We've always been enough. We'll always be enough. Everything we do has always been enough. Everything we do will always be enough. So long as we're doing it in alignment with our truth. And we are, and we will continue to be, clearly from this whole reading here, as we can see. And just keep listening to God and picking up that call. I love it. Thank you, angels. Yeah, look at this. All this emotional intelligence and being able to heal others emotionally. Everything we do heals one another. When we heal ourselves, it ripples through the ether and helps someone else heal. When we talk to someone or lend a listening ear, it helps them heal. When we make a song or make a post or make a whatever, and it is from a highly divinely aligned, guided place that we just were like, I really just want to make this. And it doesn't even have to be with the intent to like be like over the top helpful or anything like that. We just made it because we felt called to do it. We just shared it because we felt called to do it. It heals. You'd be so surprised. Just sharing a picture of your smiling face could make someone's day. And you'll never know. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. But a lot of times no one will even tell you that like that cute little picture of you made their whole day. And look at this. Happiness, abundance, and joy is all next. When we're set free from that poison, when we stop sipping that poison that says we're not enough, look how free we are. Also, more Leo energy. So God bless y'all. Thank you for being here. I'll show one more card. Queen of Swords in reverse. For now, we're keeping a lot of truths to ourselves, a lot of brutal honesty to ourselves. But there will be a time very soon, because this year is coming to an end faster than faster every time I think about it, really. But there will come a time where it's truly a time to celebrate instead of feeling like, hey, I'm sorry guys that I can't do more for you, like when it comes to family or something. I'm seeing like instead of that, it's like, let us all just be so happy that we have each other. Let's change the narrative. Stop sipping the poison of I'm not enough, and start understanding how regal you are, how lovely, how gorgeous, how Empress energy. Yeah. And then when it's time to deliver some truths in regards to how you feel, or how you've been feeling, or what you've learned over this year, you'll be able to deliver them with maturity and very, 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 very much clarity. There's also more clarity coming to you, but you'll be able to deliver your truths with a lot of maturity, a lot of care and candor, but also seriousness. And you'll change a lot of people's lives, including your own, by doing that. Yeah. And they'll celebrate you for it, and your angels are celebrating you for it as well. And you don't have to do anything right now. You don't have to like move so fast right now about it. Just let it be. But yeah, it's preparing you for this, preparing you for that. One more from the top. Yeah, patience. Sagittarius energy here. Patience, 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 patience. Let it cook. Let it all balance out. You just got like a whole the year to come reading here over 2 parts. Let it all play out. Just don't take your eyes off of don't take your eyes off of what you pay attention to what you feel, and like don't take your eyes off of what you are called to do when it comes to like things in the physical world, but let them take their time. Don't rush them. Make it a dance, make it playful, and it's all balancing out. It's all balancing out. It's all fine. It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything all at once. And that's life, babe. Thank you all for watching this. I appreciate y'all so very much. I hope hope this was helpful. Thank you, angels, for this lovely spread and this planetary update. And I'm gonna try to get these uploaded the best that I can, the soonest that I can. Wi-Fi's a little funky. If you would like to make any donations or tips or anything, my different like versions of receiving money are at the in the description, like my Cashapp and Venmo and stuff like that, because I am saving up for some better Wi-Fi, to be honest, because but yeah. And also any personal readings that you're interested in, let me know. My Instagram is at lexrayangelica. That's also in the description. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope this was helpful. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, angels. Thank you all who love and watch over me from the light. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting this connection while I channel for the collective. And thank you for protecting me, and thank you for protecting the collective while I channel these messages with the help of my guides and angels, all who love and watch over me from the light. And I wish the collective a great day, a great rest of the year. I know, God willing, I'll be talking to you before the end of the year, but yeah, just take care. I hope this was helpful. I love you all very much in a universal way, and yeah, and Archangel Michael, I ask that you disconnect this connection between myself and the collective at this time. I pray that you return their energy to them, and please, Archangel Michael, call my energy back to me from the collective at this time as I close this channel out now. And I thank you so much for watching this, and yeah, here we go, here we go. We're gonna take our time. We are gonna take our time. Here we go now. All right, love you guys. Also, happy birthday, Leos. Happy late or early birthday. Okay, love you. See ya.